Hey everyone, welcome back to World of Warcraft Classic Anniversary and our Night Elf Priest. I appreciate you joining me today, and I hope you are all doing well. Today we are heading back into the Alterac Mountains, and we'll be taking on the ogre-related quests this time. So we'll go into the ruins themselves. We'll see how far we can get. These are elite-based quests, I think, for the most part. Without further ado, let us pick up the quests here in South Shore and get to it.
Greetings.
Crush Ridge ogres have dug an ogre mound up in the Alterac Mountains near the ruined city of Alterac, and my scouts tell me they've taken over those ruins as well. We can't let them get cozy up there. If they think they're safe where they are, then their next step will be to move down into the foothills, which will put them right at our front door. Go north to the Alterac Mountains and hunt ogres. Bring me the dirty knucklebones they carry, and you will earn a nice bounty.
Have a good one.
Got that one, and another quest from Lore Master Dibs. Those beastly ogres now reside within Alterac's ruins, and I shudder to think what they're doing with the precious books still there. You must recover what you can. Enter the ruins of Alterac and search for tomes looted by the ogres. Get whatever you can find and bring them to me, but also seek out one book in particular, The Arm of Grillek. It contains ancient troll lore that I must learn, and the ruins of Alterac was the last known location of an intact copy of this book.
Light bless you.
Sounds good. Just gonna get buffed up real quick, and we'll mount up and we'll head north. Yes, we're getting closer and closer to the end of Vanilla Anniversary. It's been noticeably more difficult to locate a dungeon group for specific dungeons, I guess in particular. Razorfen Downs is unfortunately one of those dungeons, especially on the Alliance side, that is not prioritized. I guess it's not too popular. And even just looking at the looking for group bulletin tool, even for dungeons like Oldemon and Scarlet Monastery, there's some people sitting in that dungeon finder interface for half an hour to an hour at a time. So it's going to get tough. If the priest ends up moving over to Classic Era when the time comes for TBC Anniversary, if it comes down to that in order to finish the series, I have to imagine it's going to be even more difficult to find dungeon groups there. Which is a little sad, but hopefully Classic Era leveling gets a little bit more popular, since we really won't have a version of Vanilla to go to once Anniversary moves to TBC. So enough talk about that. Looks like we're about to get back into the mountains, and we can just take this main road all the way into the ruined city. Starting to see some ogres already, as well as another Alliance player. It's possible we may group with them at some point. I think the ogres outside here, yeah, they're just normal, like level 35s. Yeah, it looks like we can get the recovered tomes from them as well. It's just that specific book that we're looking for is going to be deep within the hold. So I think what I want to do is just push into the ruins to go for that book directly. we'll end up killing some ogres along the way. And once we have that book in particular, we can just simply come back out here to finish what we might be missing on these, you know, non-elite ogres. Got our first tome, as well as some bracers. These bracers are almost as good as what we have now. They should sell for a decent amount. Alright, so we've got our elite ogres here. Let's see how this goes. I'm going to use Vampiric Embrace, I think, to help mitigate some damage so that we can save some of the mana we use on our shield. And our improved Shadow Word Pain talent is going to be really helpful here. Yeah, this doesn't seem to be too bad. We're definitely going to use up a decent amount of mana. And we'll have to drink, I think, fairly often. But that's okay. Both the Knucklebones and the Recovered Tomes seem to be pretty common. So we're going to do our best to try to weave in and out of enemies if we can, without trying to pull too many. We've got some mages to deal with here too. Luckily we have silence for that to help us a little bit. Don't think there's going to be a better path into the ruins either. I think we just kind of have to go through the front door and straight to the area with the tome. I think it's like the town hall. I think I'd rather deal with the mages than the maulers if we can help it. The cast times are a bit longer, we've got silence to deal with it, and they've got a lot less health to churn through. Since they're only level 37 too, since they're green to us, their aggro range is going to be a little bit less too. So we can potentially use Mind Soothe to walk around them. getting a little bit greedy with these herbs. I actually don't even see. Oh, it's okay. It's just bruiseweed. I think we can skip out on the bruiseweed. Yeah, Mind Soothe seems to be working very well. I'm really happy that I found Mind Soothe. It's such a unique, it's one of those like niche abilities that you tend to never use. Just because most people don't really know what it does. It doesn't seem like it would be super useful. But I'm really glad that I found it. I feel like every playthrough I've gone through so far, especially for the channel, there's always something new that I pick up on for each class. Yeah, so we should be in the clear with that kill. And yeah, it's a good thing that the book is inside this building and not inside the keep all the way at the end there. That keep would probably be a little bit more difficult to navigate through. Let's see what waits for us inside. Muckrake. Okay. Level 40, a little bit tougher. It's got a huge spear. It's got a disarm and he's got a kick as well. Disarmed us. No kick yet. Some mage weave, that's about it. Let's grab this worn leather book. Unfortunately, we can't read it. I was kind of hoping we would get to look into some of that troll lore that Lore Master Dibs was talking about. Let's use our Mind Soothe and snake out the front entrance again. There's nothing else that we need inside the ruins specifically, so we can collect the rest of our tomes and knuckle bones on the outside. There's like a little cave down here. Actually, there's a couple of them. Crushridge Hold. Huh. I don't think I knew about these. Alright, well, let's get the rest of our stuff from here. Whoa, this cave is super cool looking. It's got like a blue, icy hue to it. It's got blue flames on the walls. Very interesting. Undead music in here too. So creepy. We seem to be getting our collectibles a little less frequently. It's possible there's an increased chance, increased drop rate on the elite level versions. Also, just not that many ogres in here. No special named ogres at the end of the cave either. There's one or two other caves that we could have looked at on the outside. So let's head out and explore a little bit more. I think that was our last tome that we needed. We just need the knuckle bones now. back to back. Looks like we got everything that we need. We should be able to head back to South Shore now. The uplands here seems to be a pretty decent spot for some herbs. Can't tell if this other cave is really as big as the other one. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, so I'm going to head into the uplands real quick and just do a little bit of herb farming. I guess maybe we'll start all the way at the northern end and we'll come back east. And then we can take the main road back to South Shore. Player in the area. They might be looking for herbs as well. Or mining nodes. Alterac seems to be like a really nice place for gathering professions. I guess minus skinning. There's not really a whole lot to skin. A couple of lions here and there, but not enough to make it worth it for anybody, I think. We're going to ignore King's Blood whenever we see it. King's Blood is pretty worthless for us, both from a gold perspective, and it doesn't give us any points either. I think we're at the point now in Herbalism. Yeah, I mean, we're maxed out. We're at 225. We don't really... At some point soon, we'll pick up Artisan. We just haven't been able to come up with enough money to do so. We got a bunch of herbs in this area. Yeah, I think it costs like 5 gold to pick up Artisan training. Which is just not something that we have right now. I've got 13 gold, but I do want to save up some money to work on tailoring again as well. I want to use tailoring to try to fill in some slots that are in need of upgrading. Mostly I feel like our hands, our belt could use an upgrade. We've got blue pants and blue shoes as well, boots, but they're both pretty outdated at this point. We've done a great job of keeping up with weapons, that's for sure. Our weapon slots have definitely not been neglected, but there's a bunch of other pieces that I feel like we're gonna need soon. Guess we can take this greener path here, right past Alterac Valley. We'll stay here in the hills. Yeah, I guess there's nothing else, so we'll head back down. We'll poke our head over at Terran Mill again and see if we can see the messenger. Starting to think that we're not going to do that quest. I don't think we're going to be able to locate them. Got some Terran Mill guards there. Can't get too much closer. I don't see anything. Well, let's just get back to South Shore. There might be a follow-up quest. Kill some like named ogres maybe. I don't know if we'll get to that today. Seems like it might be a lot. Maybe what we can do instead is collect these keys for one of the quests we have in the Highlands. We'll see about Stromguard too. I have a feeling we're not going to get to that either.
Potential customer!
If there's any interesting schematics here that we can sell, probably not.
What can I do for you?
All right, let's get these turned in.
King's honor, friend. Be careful.
Oh, you got them. Splendid. I must begin studying the Arm of Grillick immediately.
Go with honor, friend.
I need to spend some time studying the Arm of Grillick book that you brought me. Though I'm sure Milton is eager to get the other recovered books into Stormwind's collection. Here are the books you gathered from the ruins of Alterac, packed and catalogued. Take them back to Milton Sheaf in Stormwind, and I'm sure he'll be grateful.
For the Alliance.
Yeah, that we can definitely take care of. Oh, you know what else we could do today? We could go back, we could turn in quests. We have a quest to turn in Ironforge. One back at Menethil Harbor and one in Stormwind as well. So maybe we can spend some time to do that.
You need something? See you later.
Very good, Alindria. You must have hacked through a whole mess of ogres to get all these knucklebones. That should keep them out of our hair, at least for a while.
Be careful.
Crush Ridge Warmongers. Okay. I guess that's the next step. It's got a wand that's worse than what we have. Man, that's something that I hope comes in Classic Plus. I hope some of these rewards are kind of updated to make a little bit more sense for the level that we're at. Because this is a quest that you're not going to do until you're level 40. And it rewards you with a green wand that's worse than the level 40 wand that you buy from a vendor. Like a white wand that you just buy from the Stormwind staff vendor. It makes no sense. I would never grab that. I imagine this shield is the same thing. These stats don't look particularly great for level 40 character.
See you around.
We'll leave that quest alone though. Let's hearth back to Menethil. We'll turn in the James Heil quest. I'm not sure where that points us to. I think we initially picked that up back in Stormwind. I think he's right here in the tavern. Yeah.
Hello.
James? Oh, he left quite some time ago. Felt the second wind of patriotism, I suppose. Not hard to see why he would. With all the insanity in Lordaeron, many people joined up with Jaina Proudmoore when she went across the sea.
See you around.
My brother James went with Lady Proudmoore across the sea. Last I heard, the fighting had settled down over there, and James was setting up an inn somewhere on the continent. Wherever he is, I'm sure he's doing good business. Damn fine cook he was. I haven't heard from him in a while now. Too busy with his inn, I'd wager. But the clerk in Theramore should probably point you to him.
See you later.
I think we might have other quests in Theramore too. Yeah, we've got another one to turn in. I'm thinking Dust Wallow is probably high up on our list to pay a visit to.
Interest you on a pint?
Honestly, yeah, the next episode's probably a pretty good time to do that. Especially considering that we're still looking for a Razorfen Downs group. And, being close to Razorfen Downs.
Hey there.
While we wait to locate a group would be a pretty good idea, I think. So we're going to head back to Ironforge now. We'll turn in the quest that we have there. And we'll take the Deep Run tram, I think, back to Stormwind. So we can turn in our quests there as well. Unfortunately, we're going to be pretty close to level 42, but not quite level 42 itself. So we can't pick up our new abilities just yet. I know there's going to be upgrades for sure at that level that we'll want. And someday we'll get back to Narcissus to turn in this gray quest that we've been holding on to. Yeah, even as we get into our 40s, it's been hard to keep up with our quest log. Explorers is where we need to be. I don't think there's anything else in particular I'm looking to pick up at this time. I think all of these other quests are related to Voldemort. Might be another dungeon too.
What can I do for you?
I wonder if Questy is doing this, like as far as making these quests blue. Like maybe these indicate lower level quests that
Keep your feet on the ground.
we can no longer do. Well, this one's for Oldemon though, so
No.
yeah, I'm not sure.
See you soon. Safe travel.
Stormpike's deciphering. Yeah, this was another thing that we brought back for him to decode for us. A wise decision. I don't believe there is a scholar other than myself with the skills to translate this scroll. And if its contents prove interesting, fear not, I will send for you.
Be good.
Okay, I guess there's no follow-up to that. I'm going to ignore the Oldemon related quests for now. We'll pick them up eventually. Don't want to clog up my quest log too much more than it already is. Alright, let's shoot right down to Tinkertown and take the tram back to Stormwind. Alright, back in the big city, we are headed for the library.
Good day to you. Safe travels.
My oh my, look at these. I can't believe they survived the ruination of Alterac. And all those ogres too. Thank you, Alindria. Thank you so much. You have helped preserve human knowledge, and you add to the grandeur of the Royal Library of Stormwind.
See you later. What can I do for you?
Cool. Didn't realize Milton was a vendor. Doesn't have anything for us.
Safe travels.
Okay. I would like to post some auctions real quick. It's another thing that we can do today. And other than that, I think we're going to be heading over to Kalendor. It's going to take a bit of time to get back to Narcissus to turn in that quest. I don't think there's really anything to go over with that quest. We're getting a weapon reward from it, so I'm assuming this is kind of the end of the Scythe of Aloon quest line. I guess it'll be interesting to see what Thintil says about everything that happened with Valinda. But I have to imagine there's not much more to it. Guess Khadgar's Whisker, not exactly worth it either. Winter's Bite, not very good. I think Ice Cap is the snow herb that's worth quite a bit. Even Goldthorn took quite a hit. But yeah, we're not running into Ice Cap until we get to Winter Spring, I want to say. Alright, so that does it for that. I want to check my professions real quick. For first aid, we're at 200 first aid now, which means we can do artisan. I have to assume that also means that we can do mage weave as well. I don't think we can get that from a trainer, but I'm hoping we can get it from the trauma surgeon in Theramore. I would like to be able to pick that up from there. I don't think we need any more silk for first aid, so I think we can dump it into tailoring. I'm surprised that we're still getting silk, if I'm being honest. I'll just make some bolts real quick. Well, I guess I'm not too surprised. We're still working through some green quests, so I expect to see it for a little bit longer. But any additional silk that we need for tailoring, we're probably gonna have to buy it pretty soon. I think we can start making mage weave stuff really soon, though. I think these formal white shirts, this is an orange recipe to us. It's probably the best thing that we can make right now. The cheapest thing that we can make. So maybe we can do a little bit of that today. I can take the bolts of silk out of the, that we have out of the bank. We can go do a little bit of tailoring. Probably won't be able to make too much with it, but
Light be with you.
we'll do whatever we can.
You need something?
So I need bleach. Luckily, bleach is pretty cheap. The fine thread isn't. The thread is about to, like, you know, when we start using silk and rune thread, it's going to be so expensive to make stuff. Although I don't think you need rune thread for a whole lot of stuff. I feel like it's probably mostly used for like blue recipes or something. Possibly. Alright, we'll start with this for now. Looks like these formal white shirts actually sell for something, funnily enough. On the auction house. So maybe we can make some money back with it. Yeah, looks like it just became yellow at 180. I think we should still probably make it anyway. I don't know if we're going to get a more efficient recipe using silk. Yeah, you guys saw all those stacks of bolts that I had in the bank that I took out. We probably had like 10 stacks total. And we've got about 10 points to show for all of it so far. You need so much cloth as you get close to artisan tailoring range. It's going to be even crazier for Mage Weave because Mage Weave is actually quite a step up in price from silk, and you need even more of it to make a bolt. It looks like this recipe is turned to green already, so we'll make one more just to use up the bleach. We'll speak with Giorgio.
Need help?
See if he has anything else for us. Got a lot of stuff that we haven't bought, but a lot of the stuff we're not even going to make, so I don't want to waste the money on stuff that we're not going to actually use. Got a long silken cloak here. I don't think that's going to be better than what we have, so I don't really care too much about it. We'll take the crimson silk vest, just because that might actually give us some points. I don't think we need these either. The red swashbuckler's shirt I'm going to pick up as well, just because that might be something else that could sell. Oh, we can pick up bolts of Mage Weave now too. That's good. That's good. Got a blue recipe coming up called Robe of Power. It's a level 33 cloak. I think it's better than what we have now. We're losing a lot of spirit and stamina, but we're, gaining a nice hefty chunk of mana from the intellect, and finding pieces with spell power on it is difficult, as we've kind of talked about in the past. Can't see what it looks like though. All right, let me check. Did I pick up Crimson Silk Vest? Okay, this is actually pretty good. It's not as efficient as the shirt that we were making, but it's not bad. And the red swashbuckler's shirt is the same. And these both actually sell for something. Maybe we can start or finish off with the swashbuckler's shirt and see if we can sell it.
What are you looking for?
Because it's not too bad. How many can I make? Looks like 4. So we'll make these. If we get any more silk, we know we can use it on the Crimson Silk Vest. This is probably the final recipe that we could use silk on to get some points. Otherwise, hopefully we can... No, the bolts of Mageweave are already gray. So yeah, I can't get points from that, looks like. We can make 2 more. Hopefully we hit 190. That way we can at least see what the Robes of Power require to craft. We've been rocking with these robes for a little bit now, ever since we completed Gnomeregan, so it's time to find something else, I think. Alright, yeah, so we finished that up. I wanted to look at the bolts of Mageweave. Yeah, we need 5. That's crazy.
Well met.
It's going to be very expensive. Alright, so for 190 we get Robes of Power. What else is coming up? Black Mageweave. That's kind of the next thing. It's even though these leggings are 10 levels higher than what we have equipped, they're still like not as good. I mean, maybe they're slightly better, but we can make a vest that's worse. We can make robes that would also be worse. Yeah, man. I'm so disappointed in tailoring, honestly. Like, I thought we'd be able to upgrade a lot more pieces with it. I wanted to use a combination of both tailoring and dungeon loot to get all of our items. I didn't want to have to buy too many things from the auction house. And we haven't so far, but the majority of our items have been coming from quests and dungeons, I guess. But, like, almost none of our major upgrades came from tailoring, except for maybe like the spider silk boots that we had for a little while. I don't even know if we had it for that long. So yeah, tailoring's been kind of a disappointment, I think. Robes of Power. Let's see if we can... Oh wow, these... This is a very expensive robe to make. Elementals of each one. That's going to be so expensive to craft. It says around 12 gold as it stands just to make robes. I mean, I didn't want to have to spend money. Like, getting these elementals is going to be, like, on our own would be pretty difficult. It would take a lot of time. They look really cool. He's got some nice Scarlet Monastery vibes. We'll make them. We'll spend the money, I guess, at some point. We won't make them right now, but because I want to get the bolts of Mageweave at least by ourselves. I think we have enough in the bank to actually make it, but I'll make a note of it. Maybe we'll look into potentially trying to farm these. At least, maybe at least like the elemental earth. At like the bare minimum seems to be the most expensive. I'll run a quick scan in the auction house, just double check the pricing of all this stuff. And I think we'll call it a day from there. See if anything updates after this scan. it's only 8 gold to make as it stands right now. The earth is still the most expensive for sure. Everything else is not too bad, so this might actually not be too expensive if we can just get the elemental earth. I mean, the best place to do that, probably the Badlands. There might be some other areas, though, that we can look into. In any case, that's going to do it for me for today, guys. I really appreciate you all so much for watching, as always. And if you enjoyed today's episode, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel for more. I hope to see you in the next one. Take care.